Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Jess with Miss Jess Fitness. Today we're going to be doing a Gymshark times Whitney Simmons V2 review and try on. It's been a hot minute since I last made a video, but we're here. I was able to snag some pieces, luckily. So we're going to do that and talk about sizing and all that good stuff. So stick around, hit that subscribe button, like this video if you like it, and follow me on Instagram. Okay, so before we get into trying on and talking about all this good stuff, I feel like I need to have like just a rant. Just let me have a rant for like 2 seconds. The Whitney Simmons V2 launch was a nightmare. I went on, I was early, I kept refreshing, I was able to get the things I wanted in my cart, and then when I went to check out, ended up with absolutely nothing. Nothing. Nope. Everything sold out, and I was so, like, I literally was checking out at 3:01 EST, and there was like glitches in the queue, and like I was kept having like a page error or whatnot, and got nothing. And I saw the comments, and I was definitely not alone in getting nothing. And I was so discouraged and so disappointed. But you know what I did? I just stalked the website for the next, week or whatnot, and just kept checking back, kept looking to see if they were gonna, restock here and there, and they did. And I think I woke up on accident at like 5 a.m. one day and was able to snag the Amazon leggings. So I pretty much just snagged what I was able to snag. I will admit that I did pay more than retail for the chocolate pair. I succumbed, I did it, I overpaid on Poshmark, or was it Mercari? Either one. What can you do? That's the game. But yeah, it was a horrible launch in my opinion. Same as last year. I don't see much that changed. Last year I was actually able to grab some pieces at launch, and this year I got nothing. And I was so discouraged. My boyfriend, like 20 minutes later, was like, they still have this color in stock. And I was like, nope, I'm done. And then of course, after I like got over it, I was like, I really want it. And they were all sold out. So anyways, here nor there, let's try on and talk about these goodies. Alright you guys, before we get too deep into the review, I do want you to know about my measurements. I did take my measurements this morning, but prior to eating, no workout yet, so I will list them up on the screen for you so that you kind of have an idea of my sizing, because I really want to focus on sizing for this video. I don't want to go too much into details like what Whitney went over in her video. I really want to focus on the things that people haven't really talked about. So hopefully this video helps you if you're trying to decide if you want to spend that extra money on Poshmark or Mercari, or if Gymshark happens to restock like they have been randomly in the past week or two, you can have an idea of what you're looking for and what will best suit your needs. Okay, so first up, let's just talk about the sports bras. I got the Amazon and the chocolate, luckily. But in the madness of me just trying to get what I could get when they restocked randomly, the Amazon is in an extra small and the chocolate is in a small. Y'all know I am always a small in Gymshark sports bras, so extra small is definitely a little tight for me. And actually the small is a little tight for me also. I noticed that the difference between the V1 and the V2 sports bra is that the V2 actually comes up higher underneath your armpit, and honestly the small is still a little, like the extra small is tight for me, but the small is also tight for me. And I saw a lot of people sizing up when normally they're always a small in Gymshark bras, but because it fits a little tighter underneath, they sized up to a medium instead of a small. So I definitely feel like you could size up if you wanted to be a little bit more comfortable and you don't want it to be as tight underneath. Now I can squeeze into an extra small. It is not very comfortable. I'm really hoping that these bras kind of stretch out a little bit over time We'll see. I don't know for sure, but I am still on the hunt for an Amazon size small bra. And the hunt is real because the prices that these bras are going for right now are just like astronomical, and it's so sad, and it's just really discouraging and disheartening when you're trying to find it. But anyways, 100% honesty. These bras are not my favorite bras. I like strappier bras and bras that show off my shoulder a lot more. So these have a little bit of a thicker strap and they don't show off my shoulder as much. So I actually don't really reach for these as much as I do like my other strappy bras. However, I love a matching set, so I'm gonna keep them. But if they had had like a different style of bra, I probably would have gravitated more towards a strappier version. I do love the ring detail on the back of the bra, and according to Whitney, supposedly it will not tarnish. I have not tested these out yet, but I'm really hoping that that is in fact the case. They do still have the Gymshark logo on the back. They're just a little bit more subtle this year. Overall, I do absolutely love the colors of these bras. And to be quite honest, and maybe because they're kind of tight on me, but they're not flattering on my chest whatsoever. Again, that could be the sizing issue for these bras, but they just don't do much. I mean, I know that I'm flat-chested, but they just don't do much for the chest area, in my own opinion. I do think these run a bit small, especially compared to last year's version. So you can definitely size up if you want, but I would not recommend sizing down because it is a struggle. And I really do hope that they stretch out as I wear them. So I'm inserting a clip as I'm trying on all this stuff again. So I just want to mention that it does say on the website low support, but honestly, I think this is more of a medium support if you stay true to your size. Obviously, if you go up a size, it's going to feel a little bit less constraining, so it's going to be more of a low to medium, but in my own opinion, I feel like these, even in my regular size small, fit more of a medium support. All right. Leggings. So I did take my usual size small. And I actually did see a lot of people sizing up in these leggings as well, just in general. So last year's version, I do have to like shimmy into it and be really careful trying to get it up over my hips and my bum, just because the waist really cinches you in on the V1. And in my opinion, the V2 is no different. I think I could size up to a medium if I wanted to, but the small fits me just fine, to be completely 100% honest. I do have to still shimmy into the leggings in the V2, but once they're on, like, I don't have any issues. They're very, very comfortable. They're stretchy. There's a butt ruching on the bum, which we know about, but honestly, you can't even tell once you have them on that there's a butt ruche there. Like, I love the V2 because it just kind of separates your cheeks just a little bit. Like, it shows that definition between the two cheeks. I started to really hate a unibutt, I guess, if that's what it's even called, where you can't even see between the two, if that makes any sense. But I will say that, like, some of the stitching on these leggings are a little off. See how that's a little off? And honestly, that's kind of why I haven't been buying from Gymshark a lot recently. I just feel like the quality has gone downhill a little bit. And don't get me wrong, I love Gymshark. I really do. I've just seen so many people have issues with quality. So just, to me, I just haven't been buying as much because of that, and also because I haven't seen anything that I absolutely could not live without. I think the last couple things that I bought were the blue ombre and then the mallow purple zebra adapt legging. And honestly, that's about it until the Whitney launch, and they came out with such beautiful colors that I had to have. But anyways, I do think the seams on the leggings are a lot better than V1. Granted, V1 I don't really notice after I have them on, that the seams are really there. I just kind of get used to them, but I do think the flat lock seams are a lot better, and the top of the waist is definitely a lot more comfortable. Like when I take off the V1s, I usually have a line around my waist because of the seam at the top and because it cinches you in, but these just kind of sit there and cinch you in naturally, and they're just, it's beautiful, to be honest. It's beautiful. So I highly recommend trying to get a pair. Like, I'm tempted to try and get a black pair just because they're so comfortable and they're so flattering. I will say, I love that it's super flattering on your waist, but they're not the most flattering on your bum. They're still flattering on the bum, don't get me wrong, very flattering, but I still think my OG camo leggings from Gymshark are the most flattering that I've ever had for my bum. So just to throw it out there. Sweatproofness, I do not foresee them being 100% sweatproof, just to be 100% transparent. The V1s, even in the black, I see sweat sometimes in those. So just to throw that out there, I do not foresee them being 100% sweatproof. Squat proofness, no issues with squats at all. I do wear some bright yellow underwear in the clips that you see, and you do not see it at all. So good, at least for the colors that I have anyways. I do like the little gold detail. At first, I did not like it, like the logo. I really liked the V1 version, but obviously the V1 version had issues like with it coming off. The V2 I did see in Hope Scope's video of it like coming off of her joggers. So when you wash these, I just recommend you be very, very careful. I would recommend washing them on cold, inside out, in a little wash bag, just to like make sure that you're being extra careful, because I think they'll come off fairly easily in my own opinion. So I kind of wish they had done something different, or maybe if they even added some like little stitching to ensure that it's secure. That would have been a good idea. I mean, you could do that on your own if you really wanted to make sure that it like stays on even if it starts to peel off, but just an idea. As you'll see in the clip as well, they are a little bit longer than the V1, which is kind of cool. I like that they did that. More of like a 7/8 length, in my opinion. So the fabric, in my opinion, the V1 is just slightly softer than the V2, but still just as comfortable. I really do love these leggings. They're so comfortable. I think they're a staple. And the Amazon and the cherry chocolate, I'm not usually a brown fan, but I'm a fan of the brown, which is actually the brown. Let's talk about the color real quick. Speaking of brown, the brown is kind of like a purplish brown, and I'm going to show you guys like in comparison to like some other couple of colors so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about, which I'm not mad about. I'm not like a huge brown person, but it is a very pretty color. So I did want to show you guys kind of a comparison between some of the colorways. This is the cherry chocolate, and then this was the old winterberry color that they had released, I think like last year, and then this is just an Elf Elite bra that has some browns in it. So I just wanted to show you, I think it's more closer to like a purpley, but it definitely has some brown tones in it for sure. But when I hang this up, I actually hang it with the winterberry and not with the actual darker brown color. But so I just wanted to show you in comparison to some other colors what the cherry brown looks like. And of course, I absolutely love this green. But yeah, these are a total win. Get them if you're able to, for sure. I know it's like a war zone out there trying to get your hands on the Amazon color. It really is, trust me. I've been looking as well, so definitely give it a go. Alright you guys, I'll just talk about the shorts really quick because they're about the same design as the leggings, just in the shorts version. I love my V1 black shorts. They're an absolute staple to me. I still wear them when it's warmer. It's kind of cold in Maine right now. Well, actually, we had a really nice day today, but anyways, ignore me. They're about the same design. I compare them to the black version, and they're pretty much the same length as last year's, so not much to say. I love them. staple. They're going to be great in the summertime. If you're able to get a pair of shorts, I highly recommend. I know it's not really short season right now, but where this is like a limited edition collection and it's not coming back, I wish it would. I wish they would just do a pre-order. Excuse me. Tickled in my throat. Or they would just like keep it on the site forever and have like the basic colors at the very least. Just saying, like, keep the black at least. Come on. Help a girl out. Help us out. Anyways, love, for sure. Oh, and small. So again, true to size, I would say, but you could size up if you wanted to, in my opinion, because I do shimmy into these as well, but they are stretchy. Just saying. Let's talk about the top. I was actually not a fan of the V1 tank tops. I don't know, they were just kind of plain. They really didn't do much for me. And then Whitney talked about the swing tank and I saw the back and I was like, oh, I need that in my life. I do, I really do. So one of those random restocks, I was able to get the moss green and the chocolate. And I love the back detail. And then when you have the Whitney Simmons sports bra with the ring and you can see through it, oh, it's gorgeous. So it's pretty much like the same design as the V1, except obviously for the different logo and then the back as well. But I also want to point out that the material from the V1 is different than the V2. And I want to show you this. It's more of like a mesh fabric. Like, if you can see that. See that? It's kind of mesh-like a knitted mesh. And then, you know, there you have the trim and like this material. And the V1 version was more like the legging material, not a soft, but it was more like a solid material, if that makes sense. And the only thing that worries me about this tank top is that it looks like it would be prone to snagging because of the material. And your girl's really clumsy, so the possibility of me snagging this top is very high. So, ooh, that was an aggressive face. Sorry. Anyways, it's still a cute top. I still love it. I'm just gonna have to be conscious and be like really careful when I'm wearing it, not to like go too fast or run into things, because I have a tendency to do that. I do also want to point out again, sizing wise, I got these in a size small, and normally in Gymshark, like loose fitted stuff, I size down to an extra small. I actually don't recommend sizing down. Like, the small fits me really, really well, and I could even go up to a medium if I wanted some extra length to tie, because I am gonna tie this top up or tuck it into the sides of my leggings or whatever. So I do recommend staying, you know, true to your size or sizing up if you want extra length or extra material to be able to tie it. I can still tie the small, it just, a medium would have given me more material. I do love these tanks. I think they're so cute. If you're able to get your hands on one, go for it. So before we go on to the last item, I did get the long line tee in an extra small in the Amazon. I was not a huge fan of it. I say stick to your normal size in that, because I had sized down and it fit really awkward, like it fit tight, and I think it's supposed to be like a more loose fitting top and kind of like worn kind of off the shoulder. So I would again say, you know, stick to your normal size, don't size down, or you could even size up if you want an even looser fit. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of long line tops, so that went back. So, lastly, we have the long sleeve crop top in the Amazon color. I love this top. So this top, though, I will say, I had gotten the black in a small, and I was not a huge fan of the fit. I don't like being super constrained, like, in my shoulders or my arms. Like, I like to be able to move around without feeling like something is too tight. And when they said that the top is like a second skin, they weren't kidding. Like, it wasn't too tight under my armpits. Like, I had some space under my armpits in the small, but I did feel just, I don't like it so tight around my arms. So I definitely am going to try to size up to a medium. And in the clips that you are going to see with me trying on the long sleeve top, it's actually going to be in a size large, so it is too big for me. But I still wanted to kind of show you guys what it looked like. But I will say, if you don't like a second skin fit, size up in the long sleeve crop top. This material is actually more like the legging material, unlike the swing tank. So I do like that they went back to like that sweat wicking type of performance material for the long sleeve crop. And I do love the details on this long sleeve crop, like the ruching on the end of the sleeve, I absolutely love. And then the cross back, I think is just absolutely gorgeous. And of course, you know I love this color. I honestly was not a huge fan of the V1 long sleeves because, again, they were just kind of like, plain. And I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of fitted long sleeve crops, but you put this color and this style in front of me and I was like, I gotta try and get that. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I will say one thing I also noticed in the size small is that you have this line running down the front, which is kind of standard for this line. And the seam in the small, like, kind of itched me in the front. Like, it was kind of itchy. So I do just want to point that out. I don't have an issue with it, at least in the large, because obviously it's kind of big for me, and it's not so tight in the front on my skin. But I did want to point out that when I stuck to my normal size small, it just kind of dug in a little bit and was a little itchy on the front, at least for me. And I kind of have sensitive skin, so maybe it wouldn't be as much for you. But wanted to mention it because I noticed it. But yeah, I love this top for sure. Alright, you guys, that is all that I have for you today. I really hope that this review helped you. I really wanted to focus on the things that haven't really been mentioned in the videos that I've seen, so that you get a full and clear picture of this line. So, if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to leave them below, and hope to see you at the next video. Thanks. Bye.